You know what this is. You know what it do. It's package day. So if you want to know what I got in my package, meet me on the other side of this short intro, and we're going to break it down and get right into it. Hey, I will see you in just a second. Sit right there. Just do one tip. Hold on. And go. What's up? It's your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion for you today. And as you know from the intro, we got a package in. Actually, we got two packages in. One that I purchased and one that was sent to me by a fellow that I will call a friend, a fellow fragrance connoisseur, and a fellow Bama boy, much like myself, by the name of Corvin Woods. Corvin, big shout out. I appreciate you. All right. Let's get into it. The fragrance that I purchased, and I picked this up from Mercari. I got what I think is a really good deal on it. The fragrance that I picked up is from the House of Polo. It is from the Blue line, and it is Polo Ultra Blue. Now, I had this fragrance once before. I bought it, picked it up at TJ Maxx for $49. Came home, reviewed it, liked the scent profile, was underwhelmed with the performance for $49, so I took it back because I knew that I would eventually run across it again at a much cheaper price. $19.99 or $19 even, about $4 tax and about $7 shipping, came out to somewhere around $27. And at that price point, this falls exactly where I needed to fall. Price versus performance is a big thing for me. I don't mind paying a good penny for a fragrance. I don't. This is a hobby. Every hobby is expensive, whether it's guns, boats, whatever. You're gonna spend some money in a hobby. I don't mind paying for a fragrance. But if I do, that fragrance has to perform according to that price. Now that's just how I view it. That's how I break it down. That's the Trey Sense rule. So at $27, $28 for this fragrance, it fits right in that wheelhouse. Now, what you get with this, I'm sure we've all smelled Polo Blue, because to me, Polo Blue is a classic. It is one of those chill time, cuddle time fragrances. I've yet to meet a person that did not like the scent profile that you get from Polo Blue. Take that scent profile and make it brighter, add a little bit more citrus, and just make it a more vivid, bright fragrance. And that's what you get from Polo Ultra Blue. I like it. Now, I'll be the first person to tell you, this is not going to be a monster. This is not a monster performer. It's not a monster projector. You're not going to get hours and hours and hours of longevity. Expect about 4.5 to maybe 5 hours out of this. If you're lucky, I think that will depend on the situations that you're wearing it in. I think this is a great chill cuddle scent. I think this is a great spring and summer, early fall scent. Warm weather, I think, is where this bad boy is going to shine and perform and do its best. I think it would do well in an office setting because it's very subtle, but it is a head turner. It is a compliment getter. Now, here's the thing. It's not the reinvention of the wheel. It's not the reinvention of the wheel. It is a fresh fragrance. Okay? That's what you're going to get with this. A nice, easy to wear, fresh fragrance. I could definitely see somebody young smelling this and really liking it. It's not too complex. It doesn't have incense and burning woods from the Swiss Alp mountains and water rushing through rocks from the Alpines. None of that. None of that. It's just a simple, easy to wear fragrance. And in my opinion, these fragrances have some simplistic beauty to them because not everything has to be thick, dark, and rich like Middle Eastern fragrances. Sometimes you just need a fragrance that is going to do exactly what this one do, and that smell good, perform decently, that you can get at a pretty good price. Because to most people, $50, they probably would have kept it, especially with it being a Polo fragrance. But to me, again, price versus performance, it just didn't meet that mark to me. But again, finding it for the $27 that I found it for out of the door, which was tax and shipping as well and all, I have no complaints. This is the type of fragrance I would easily wear with a nice white V-neck t-shirt or a nice polo, whether it's a polo brand or just a polo shirt. Just keep it simple, and I think you'll be satisfied with this fragrance. Again, don't expect a ton of performance out of this fragrance. You're not going to blast them from way across the room. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Whew, excuse me, y'all. You're not going to blast them from across the room. But I think if somebody comes into your circumference, into your area, I think they're going to be pleasantly pleased. It's a beautiful day here in Alabama. It's a little cool. I may make this my scent of the night because I got to go to work later. I'm not sure. But Polo Ultra Blue is one that I picked up. Now, to the goodies. Corbin, I should say, not Corbin. I know another guy from where I live named Corbin. But this guy's name is Corbin. Corbin Woods blessed me with a beautiful package of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decants. 7 decants. And let's just get, these are all beautiful fragrances and great for this time of the year. From the House of Tumi, it is Continuum. That Ultra Blue. Oh, and I forgot to mention, with the exception of Ultra Blue, most of these are going to be first impressions. There may be 1 or 2 of these that I've smelled, but most of them are going to be first impressions. I think the Ultra Blue, well, I smell the Ultra Blue. The Ultra Blue, and 1 or 2 more, but I'll get to that as I go on. But this is a first impression of this to me. So let's see what we got. And I could smell it when I opened the package that it came in and opened the bag. Something in there was just radiant and smelled so good. And this Tumi Continuum smells really nice. I don't even have to put my nose in that, but I'm going to. Oh man. I see you. I see you, Tumi. And this is my first experience with any fragrance from the House of Tumi. I think it's a designer house. Okay. My boy Cheapo would like this. It's deep. This fragrance is the complete opposite of the one I just talked about. It is the complete opposite of Polo Ultra Blue. The Polo Ultra Blue is fresh, easy, airy, a little bit aquatic. This fragrance is deep, a little bit woody, dark, rich. Oh yeah. This is a head turner. This is a compliment getter. This is a cool weather type of fragrance. We'll definitely wear this on a date night. It's a fragrance I think you should dress up. Man, oh man, this smells good. A little bit gourmandy. I think I pick up on a hint of oud in there. Just a hint, and it's a clean oud. It's not a dirty or skanky. I almost said duty. Who can get a little duty, That's nice. That's nice. That's full bottle worthy. And I may have to look and see about purchasing a full bottle of that. That's once I use this decant of, which will be as many fragrances I got. And like I said, I got 7. So it's going to take a while. That is nice. That is nice. From the House of Tumi, it is Continuum. That is really, really nice. Man, that's nice. Now what is this one? Ooh, this one is Dior Homme Parfum. And I'm pretty sure I have a decant of this somewhere, probably in my decant bag. I want to say JP sent it, but I don't really remember because I get so many decants in, oh man, again, this is grown man right here. Off the top, you get spice, you get leather. And again, I say this in a lot of my videos, part of the reason why I don't go into a lot of note breakdown is because when you put a bunch of notes together, you get an accord. You know what I mean? So it's, something may flash or hit your nose or hit your senses, and it may not even be that note, because the notes together, again, as I say, make an accord. So I'm pretty sure that's leather, because something in there is giving it a leathery vibe. And that's what I like to talk to you about, the vibe the fragrance gets, because I mean, leather may not be listed in the notes in this fragrance, but there's something in it giving it a leathery vibe, and more than likely it's a combination of two notes that gives it that vibe. Man, but what you're gonna get, you do pick up on the Dior Homme DNA, whether it's the 2016 or the 2020, you do pick up on that Dior Homme DNA. To me, this is a little bit spicier than the 2016 and the 2020. That's just nice. Definitely smooth, spicy, a little bit leathery, as I mentioned. Very much a grown man fragrance. This is one I could definitely see somebody wearing with the sweater, and it has put a smile on my face. Both the Continuum and the Dior Homme have, as well as the Polo Ultra Blue. I like that, man. I like that. I like them both, the Continuum and the Dior Homme Parfum. They are both full bottle worthy. Oh my goodness, the Dior Homme is definitely a date night scent. That may be a date night scent where you have to put some shoes on. You have to actually put on, some slacks and a button down, a nice sweater. That is not an everyday fragrance. I mean, it could be, but that to me is the type of scent that you would wear if you were going to your best friend's wedding and you were the best man or something like that. Very classy. I do recommend that you pick this up if you come across it and you can get your hands on it at a reasonable price. I don't recommend overpaying for anything, but if you come across Dior Homme Parfum at a good price, pick it up. Pick it up. That's 2 out of the decant pack. This one is called Mythical. Mythical. He didn't write the name of the house on this, and again, I do all my first impressions blind, so I don't do any research, because I want y'all to get the true reaction and me in my natural element. So I don't do any research. I just go by the seat. That way I can give you my 100% authentic reaction to these fragrances. Okay, again, and I know Corbin pretty well. Corbin is like me. He's a guy that's not gonna spend a whole lot of money on fragrances as far as one bottle. So I know everything he buys is pretty much cost efficient, because he's a man with a family. So all of us don't have $500 to spend on a fragrance. Now this one, okay, compared to the other three, this one is more in the lines of the what was that? Polo Ultra Blue, sort of. It's closer to that than it was the Continuum and the Dior. And the fact that it's lighter, it's more playful. It's definitely a fragrance that you would wear more in the spring and the summertime. It does have a nice quality smell. All of these do. None of these are really fragrances that is going to hit you with a blast of alcohol. They're all really, really chill, really subtle. As far as, when you first spray them and you stick your nose to them, you don't get that burn that you get from a lot of really, really inexpensive fragrances sometimes. But the inexpensive fragrances are getting better. I do think this is more of a warm weather type of scent. It's nothing, not to beat a dead horse or to beat a drum. It's nothing groundbreaking or, it's not the second coming of the wheel here. It's a nice, fresh fragrance. It does have some body and some depth. So it's more than a freshie, but it's somewhere in between a fragrance that has a lot of depth and richness and just an all-around freshie. It's a well-balanced fragrance. No particular note sticks out to me. It does smell good. Would I pick this up? I don't know. I don't know if I would pick up Mystical. Now, Mythical. I'm sorry, I said Mystical. I got music on my mind. It does smell good. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't smell good. It does. It does. But when you have as many fragrances as I have, I'm sure the minute that I ordered a bottle of this, got it home, sprayed it, and I was chilling trying to figure out what it smells like, I'm sure it would come to me. But like I said, I've been smelling this for about 3 minutes now, so. It does smell good, but it reminds me of something that I have in my collection, and I can't quite put my nose on it. It may be something from Dunhill. I can't. Now I think it's going to be something from Zegna. This reminds me of something from Zegna that I've had. I can't quite put my nose on it yet, but it will come to me. But nonetheless, it is a good smelling fragrance. But if I had to purchase a bottle on this one, depending on the price, if it was a fragrance I could pick up for about $20, $25, I would probably add it because I think it would be a great 3-season, spring, summer, early fall type of scent. I think it would make a good office scent. It's gonna smell really, really nice. It does have a regal, expensive smell to it. It doesn't smell cheap at all, but it does smell very, very familiar. It's just starting to get a little fruity on my hand, on my arm now. But nonetheless, Mythical. On the fence with this one. And it's not because it doesn't smell good and it doesn't smell of high quality. It's just, it smells very, very similar to several fragrances that I have in my collection. Though I cannot put my nose on it yet, it'll come to me. But it does smell good. It does smell good. All right, what we got next? Armaf Black Onyx. And Armaf is a house that I think is vastly underrated. I know everybody knows about D Nuit, Man Intense, and Sillage, and what is it, Milestone, and then the new one that just came out, that's a Bach 540 clone. Okay, I see you on this one, Armaf Black Onyx. I like it. I like it a lot. Right off the bat, you're hit with a leathery vibe, and it's a good one. It's like old school fougere mixed with just a hint of leather. Almost like a Drakkar type of vibe. It's giving you that type of vibe. So I could definitely see this one being a crowd pleaser. I could definitely see, if you're a guy in my age group, which I'm 47. So if you're, anywhere from 35, say to 55, I could see you wearing this and women really liking it on you because it has that same essence that Drakkar has. Just a really cleaned up barbershop type of vibe, but it's not necessarily powdery. Extremely masculine, extremely masculine. This is one I highly recommend, especially if you are tired of those fragrances that walk the line of he can wear it, she can wear it. If you want a fragrance that is a punch in the face, that is super, super masculine, think fragrances like Tom Ford Beau de Jour, Paul Sebastian Fine Cologne, the original Dunhill Men in the little spiral shaped bottle, fragrances like that. Polo Green, think Drakkar. Then that's kind of what you get from this Armaf Black Onyx, that is. You get that type of punch in the face. It's just the best way to describe it. And it smells good, high quality. It just smells like something a grown man would wear. You know what I mean? It's not fruity, it's not gourmandy, and I don't have a problem with any of those. I like them all, I wear them all. But I'm just saying, for those of you who have maybe been looking for something that is potent, but yet doesn't smell dated, then you may want to try out Armaf's Black Onyx, because I know you will like it. It also reminds me a little bit of a fragrance from the house of Azzaro, and it is Azzaro Nighttime. It reminds me of that, but Nighttime is way, way, way more fruity than this. If you tone down the fruitiness in Nighttime, then it'll be very similar to this, but Nighttime is very fruity. And I like Nighttime. This is good. This is good. This is one I may be looking at and doing some research on to see about adding it to my collection. I like that. Black Onyx by Armaf. That's a banger. What we got here? It's hard to read these labels. And this is another one from Armaf. And this is Radical. This is Armaf Radical as I search for an empty spot to spray. There we go. Let's see. Okay. A little bit fruity. A little bit fruity. Giving it a chance to settle down. Let me see what I got left while I let that settle down just a little bit. What in the world? Okay. Okay. I know what those two are. Armaf Radical. Again, it's a good smelling fragrance. It smells familiar. I'm trying to let it settle so I can get a. Okay. Not the biggest fan of the direct opening, but as it starts to settle on my arm and move a little bit. It's giving me, oh yeah, now it's doing what it do. Okay. It took a minute for that one. Okay. Radical is growing on me. As I said, it's growing on me. When I first sprayed it, I'm sure you could tell by my reaction, it wasn't. I was like, okay, that's just basic. It's just basic. But the longer it sits on my skin, and I'm gonna give it just a second, so y'all please bear with me. I'll even fan it to try to. The longer it sits on the skin, the more body and depth it gets, and now it's coming into its own. I get a little spice from it, maybe some vanilla. I think it reminds me of something from Perfumes de Marly. Something along those lines. I don't think it's a direct clone, but it's giving me that same sweetness that you get from like red tobacco and what is it? Is it Leighton? Harrod? I think it's Harrod. But it doesn't have the strong tobacco type smell. If that makes any sense. It's almost like, to my nose, the best way to describe this fragrance is if you took, I want to say it's not Leighton, it's Harrod. If you took Leighton, I don't know why I keep saying Leighton. If you took Harrod and replaced the tobacco with a hint of fruit, that's kind of what you got. And it's not an overly fruity fragrance, but it's like a slight bit of fruit running underneath the spice and sweetness. But that's definitely what I'm picking up on. It gives me that same vibe that you get from red tobacco and Harrod. Now, to me, red tobacco and Harrod kind of give you the same vibe. I think Harrod is a little bit smoother and a little bit more toned down. Red tobacco was just, it's in your face. It's a punch. It's boom. Harrod is a little bit more subtle, and this is a little bit more subtle than Harrod. And it could be the lack of tobacco, but that's what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on a little bit of spice, the same spice that you get from Harrod and red tobacco. But just add just a little, take the tobacco away and add just a hint of fruit. That's the best way for me to describe it to you. And I mean just a hint of fruit. I think this could be a really good fragrance. This is one I may look into purchasing a full bottle with. I can't wait to give this a full wearing just to see how it does on my skin. You know, as it sits on there more, will it develop more? Will it dissipate? Will, you know, those fruits come out more as the tops fade? I mean, just all of that. I like that. So far, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I don't know if this is going to be a strong performer, though. I don't know. That is Radical by Armaf. First thoughts on this is, I think it's a good fragrance. I'm not saying that this is a clone of Harrod, because I'm sure Armaf already has a clone of Harrod. So I'm not sure whether they were going with this particular fragrance. But again, think the sweetness of Harrod or red tobacco with a little, maybe half of the spice, and then take the tobacco away and add fruit. And that's what you get from, that's what I get from Armaf Radical. Definitely worth purchasing. As that Dior is really trying down and becoming absolutely beautiful. I think that's the iris in it now that's coming to the top, and that is nice. That Dior Homme Parfum is, oh my goodness. That is just nice. That is just nice. Definitely gonna look into getting a bottle of that. What do we got right here? This one is from a house that my boy Sam Broom loves, Cartier. This is Pasha Cartier Parfum. Yeah, which one was that? Hold on. Let me go back to one real quick. Is that Black Onyx? No. Bear with me, guys. That's the Dior. Well, shoot. It may have been the Black Onyx. Was it the Black Onyx that I said reminded me of? Yes, I think it was. It's really, really now starting to smell a lot like that Azzaro Nighttime. Really starting to smell a lot like it. It smells good though. It smells really, really good. The longer it sits on my skin, the more I like it. Alright, making sure. Which one? Okay. Now, which one was I fixing to spray? Okay, the partial. Let me separate those right there so I don't get them confused again. I think I got a spot right there for you. First impressions are really awkward videos to do, especially when you got 7 of them that you're trying to get in. Ooh, my goodness. Okay. Okay, Portia. Okay, Cartier. And I have Portia, and I have NAR, and I have Sport from Cartier. In that Portia line. This is everything you would expect from Cartier. It's well made, it's well blended. You don't get no alcohol blast when you first spray it. It's a good smelling fragrance. Again, dressed up barbershop is the vibe I get. Classy, masculine, distinguished is the best word I could put on this fragrance. It smells like a distinguished gentleman. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get. Not flashy, not bold, not in your face, just distinguished. In other words, this fragrance smells like money. It smells like money. Not like money that you handle, but it just smells like you third, fourth generation money, something I wouldn't know nothing about. But it reminds me of a line Jay-Z said in one of his songs. I think it was 30's the New 20 many years ago, when he said something about he didn't buy the bright watch, he bought the right watch. That's what this fragrance, it just gives me that kind of vibe. It just smells like something that you would wear if you wanted to appear well put together, which, you know, at our age we should be getting things together right. You know what I'm saying? So not that any age couldn't wear this, but that's what I get from it. Again, no one particular note is just jumping out at me. But I like this. I like this. I would definitely wear this if I were trying to make a great first impression. Maybe I was going to a wedding, whether it was inside or outside, job interview, business luncheon, you know, whatever. So you're trying to pitch your business proposal, and you wanted something that smelled good but wasn't gonna break the bank, but at the same time wasn't gonna be so loud and obnoxious that it was gonna distract. This is the perfect scent for that. You do pick up on some of that original Pasha DNA, but it's just a little bit more smoothed out, a little bit more refined. I like that. Pasha Parfum from Cartier. I mean, it's Cartier. It's Cartier. You know, Cartier is known for their quality. And last but not least, one more Armaf, and it is Italian Neuro. As I gotta try to find this spot. I was looking for something maybe to spray this one on, because I may be out of spots. I may can find you a good spot. Let's try right here. This one doesn't want to spray, boys and girls. Yeah, that one's not spraying good. It's leaking. Well, the good news is it got on my hand, so. Okay. I need to get this to spray. Well, let me just do this. Something I've never done before. I'm just gonna spray it on my hand. Yeah, it's not wanting to spray. But I can tell you what I pick up on right off the bat, whether it sprays or not, this Italian Neuro, is this all over my hands. Pineapple. I know it's nothing like Aventus. It's in my opinion, it's a pretty natural smelling pineapple. I know I'm not the only person that's done this. Have you ever bought those cans of pineapple juice that come in the can, and you have to use the can opener to open? And then when you first put the can opener on there and you push down and it pops and it goes, that's kind of what this smells like. It's not a strong, just like a pineapple soda type of pineapple. It actually smells pretty good. I don't know about this one, and I'm wondering, because it gave me such a narrow spray. Let me see something here. Let me do this. because I want to be able to get the full fragrance. I have to put this in another. I have several of these decant bottles, so I've got an atomizer that will fit right on there, so I may have to take that off so I can use it. If I had known it wasn't going to spray. That's nice. I think that one will be great for the spring and fall. I don't really want to walk around smelling like a pineapple in the summer. In Alabama, that could be dangerous. That could get me attacked by a herd of any particular insects that we deal with here. But I do like it. I don't think that that's one that I would run out to purchase, at least not off of initial reaction. It does smell good. It's kind of like a clean pineapple, if that makes any sense. So I'm wondering if it's maybe a little bit of vetiver in there as well. Something in it is mixing with that pineapple and giving it a really, really clean vibe. I do like it. But I have Jovan Tropical Must. I have Playboy Super Playboy. Something else I have that has a pineapple note in it. Something from Mont Blanc. I can't remember what it is. So I don't necessarily need another one. It does smell good, and if you're looking for something that's light, that has a fresh, fruity, pineapple type of smell, then maybe Armand's Italian Nero would be for you. Though I like the scent, I think this is one that I would probably pass on, unless, again, if I saw it somewhere for $8.99 or $9.99, I would probably pick it up. But otherwise, I think I would pass on it. I do see that being a compliment getter and people telling you that you smell good, especially the younger crowd, or maybe even layer that with something like, we're talking about Armand, so maybe layer that with Club de Nuit. And I can see that working as well. So if you have Club de Nuit and you're looking for something maybe to layer it with, to enhance it, I think Italian Nero might work for that. I'm gonna try it and let you know. But off of initial first reaction, I don't think that's one I'm gonna be in a hurry to run out and purchase. It smells good, but it's just, when Aventus hit the scene, I mean, pineapple just started appearing in fragrances, and it's just kind of been done to death. Not that that smells like Aventus, but I'm just saying. I'm kind of over the whole pineapple vibe. But it does smell good nonetheless, and you may be interested in it. I think the next time I wear my Club de Nuit Man Intense, I think I'm gonna layer it with that just to see what I get from it. All right, guys, that's that. That has been my package day, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any familiarity with these fragrances, please be sure to let me know. Leave it in the comments down below, and we're gonna talk about it. I hope you all are having a great week. By the time you see this video, it'll be Wednesday, and we're gonna be on a downhill slide of another week. It's a beautiful day. I hope everybody's enjoying it, staying safe, and all that good stuff. Now, that being said, I've got to get off of here, edit, thumbnail it, get it up so you guys can see it. You know the drill. Thank you all for being the best part of my channel. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys, peace.